Yo to the yo, welcome to the sports show on the YouTube. Today we're going to be checking out a very bad boy, Randy Moss. This is Randy Moss's, I believe it's just top highlights. I don't know if it's top 50 or a countdown list. So let's get into it.
Have selected wide receiver from Marshall University, Randy Moss.
One of the things that made Randy Moss so special was he was a freak. He was tall, but not only that he was tall, he was fast.
And Moss cuts inside, breaks a tackle. He'll go into the end zone, 10-5. Touchdown!
I remember that was the
legitimate guys
game.
that
I think
have
it's rookie
legitimate
year.
numbers. I'll bet you he's in the top 5.
I remember the Cowboys didn't draft him,
Fastest,
pissed Randy the hell
tallest,
off, and he
the
went
highest
off on
leaping
their asses that
ability,
game.
and the best hands. That freakish combination of those 4, I don't think we've ever seen before. I'm not sure we'll see again.
Just the size and speed was unbelievable for Randy Moss.
In practice,
Like,
we would sit up there and see who we can moss. Yeah, and when we say who you can moss, that was catching a deep route and jumping over a defensive back. And once you accomplish that, then you consider it to be mossed.
Leaping catch for Randy
being a
Moss.
Lions fan, he ripped our ass off. It's just obliterated us every single time.
Spread out by Johnson, deep down the left sideline for Moss. He jumbles, he got it, touchdown!
Sorry for pausing here, but yeah, being a Lions fan, it wasn't fun watching Randy rip our ass apart. It didn't help we always had weak corners too, especially around that time. I mean, you had Terry Fair and I think Westbrook were the corners we had at the time. Just ripped us apart. Him and Culpepper. I mean, he had Culpepper, he had Cunningham, but I just remember the toss. Toss the Moss every single damn play. You rarely seen him running a slant route. It was always just fly routes over the top, 60, 70 yards easy, especially on the Lions.
There are going to be nightmares for cornerbacks in the NFL. Comes out of the backfield, but the deep throw for Randy Moss. Touchdown! We've got a star on our hands in the NFL, Randy Moss. This is Randall Cunningham, and
That's
he's
my birthday.
going to 7 more, and it is Moss
course I
getting
do
position. Touchdown! He's unstoppable.
Randy, you have arrived.
Now from the 48-yard line. Randall going deep again, adjusting his Moss, and then Randy Moss squeezes his
This
way
guy.
in for the touchdown.
It is unbelievable. This is like a circus out here with these guys.
Randy Moss is the best young receiver that I have seen maybe ever.
He is throwing it back
Yeah,
to Cunningham,
Thanksgiving
the old
game.
flea picker. Open is Randy Moss, and in the end zone is a Minnesota touchdown. Here's Cunningham back to throw it and going deep, and he's got Moss, and there's a flag on the play, and Moss has caught the pass and is in the end zone anyway. Touchdown. Just throw it as far as you can.
This guy is amazing.
Minnesota.
Down the sideline.
Randy Moss breaks a tackle, and Randy Moss races down the sideline and just outruns everybody into the end zone.
Randy Moss has 3 catches today and 3 touchdowns.
Cunningham with a pump fake. Moss got it. Touchdown. Holy cow. It's not fair.
The NFL was so unprepared for Randy Moss's combination of size and speed that the Vikings were actually able to run a play over and over again called Randy Go and Get It.
Another fade to Moss. Oh, got catch. He made it look easy. Great catch. Number 85 on first down. And they play fake, and Cunningham is going deep for Randy Moss. And he's got it. It's a touchdown. That didn't take long,
Okay,
did it?
cover 2 there.
3rd and 8 and the pass. Randy Moss has it, and now trying to get to the end zone. Does. Touchdown again for Randy Moss. He's not a dancer. Out of the shotgun, here comes the blitz and the pass to Randy Moss. And Moss made what looked to be almost a one-handed catch. It is complete. Jeff George completes the pass to Randy Moss. Randy Moss getting behind 3 or 4 defenders. And a sensational run after the catch.
God, just that combination of size and speed. Kelvin obviously was probably the closest thing to it, at least within the last 10 years. I know there's receivers nowadays that are just as big, though, but Randy didn't have the physicality, but he had the speed. I mean, he was built like Reggie Miller basically out there, but he just had the speed. I mean, a lot of these routes you see, they're fly routes. I think this one, I don't remember if it was a slant over the top, but that's all it was. It's just deep tosses.
by the second-year wide receiver with a pump fake. And he's going deep, and the pass is caught by Moss. Randy Moss with the catch.
Moss from the 36. Look out!
He's gone.
That's it. Good night.
He's gone.
64 yards. Touchdown.
No flags.
The play fake, the end around to Randy Moss. He has three blockers, he throws. And it's a touchdown to Chris Carter. What a play.
What a throw.
They call me the freak, man, because I'm a freak of nature. You're going to see today, just keep your eyes glued to the TV.
Oh, he's open. Out there for Randy Moss. He's going for a touchdown.
And this is what the Lions feared. The big play to Moss.
Moss on the fade to the end zone to Moss.
Oh, Lord,
He comes down, touchdown.
Yeah, it was Westbrook right there.
What a catch by Randy Moss. Culpepper looking for Moss. Deep downfield. Up they go, and he's got a touchdown. Unbelievable. Randy Moss with his third touchdown catch of the game.
Sitting back to throw in the end zone. Moss, touchdown.
I'll tell you, he was double teamed too. I mean, that's the confidence that Randy Moss has to catch it, and Dante Culpepper has to throw it.
Culpepper looking and throwing as far as he can throw, it looks like. And the pass is caught by Moss. Touchdown. He is absolutely amazing.
As Culpepper going deep, and again from Moss, and Moss is able to somehow pull it in for the touchdown.
Well, Jason
Juwan
Sewell
Williams got over
shot.
there, and it looked like he was going to bat it away, but no.
1.5 today. Moss is going to throw the ball. And it's a touchdown to Dwayne Bates. Double covered, but the two Dolphin defenders had their back to the play.
Throw it up above his head. They can't jump with these guys.
Blitz coming from the 49ers. Vikings pick it up. Jump ball, Moss. Touchdown. Play action. Ferran airs it out. You know who. Moss. A leap, a catch, and another touchdown. Ferran airs it out. Guess who? Moss. Another catch. Another touchdown. There are two guys covering Randy Moss, and neither guy can get in a position. Time running out here in the first half. All kinds of time. Going to throw it deep for Moss. Pulls out at the 10-yard line. Flips it over his head. This is a touchdown. Unbelievable.
Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret the things we didn't buy?
Sorry, guys. Let's skip over this.
Or the places we didn't go?
All right, back in.
The Raiders introduced yet another wideout with top-notch credentials Wednesday. Randy.
Yeah, those years out in Oakland were horrible for Randy. I think he was only there for 2 years. The Patriots is what obviously brought him back. When we went over to Oakland, that was a mess. He obviously did not want to be there.
Moss.
First down, it was a big fake on play action as Collins goes deep for Randy Moss, who goes up and makes the catch. Randy Moss, touchdown Oakland. We've been hearing about the vertical passing game. Let your home fans see it. Look at the concentration, Mike. Goes deep. End zone, Moss. Touchdown. What a catch. Beats double coverage, juggling, and then those sure hands.
The Patriots and Raiders making it official. Oakland sending disgruntled yet talented wide receiver Randy Moss to New England for a 4th-round draft pick. Too much was required.
This year that they're showing coming up, him and Brady are unbelievable, obviously. I think he set the touchdown record for a single season that year. Just ripped their asses apart, the whole NFL.
Of Randy Moss. That's why he failed in Oakland. But let me tell you one thing that Randy gets. His name is Tom Brady.
Here he is again, like a statue in the pocket. Able to go long for Moss. Moss has his first touchdown as a Patriot. And as if to say, that will silence the critics.
Falk in the backfield. Oh, the hitch. Brady for Moss. Going back to another touchdown. This has been a shooting gallery for New England today.
You know where I'll be. Okay. All right. Hey, just look down one side and find 81. Okay. I'm going deep.
Play fake. Brady going deep for Moss at the goal line. Oh, did he catch that touchdown? Stop it. Stop it. why Randy Moss terrifies every defensive back in football. They handle the rush this time. Brady going for Randy Moss in the end zone. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Were there two guys there, but one of the guys is hurt. And again, Tom Brady and Randy Moss are just playing jump ball.
Back to throws. Got a little bit of time. Steps up. Throws deep down the right side. Wide open and near the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, New England. Brady under center. Throws the Moss. Quick pop at the 10. A lose at the 5. He's walking in. Touchdown again, Randy Moss. Snap to Brady. Got time. Looking. Throwing in the corner. The end zone. Man down there. Moss. He's got it. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. He's done it again. Goodness gracious. Moss with his fourth touchdown catch tonight.
Brady stands in the pocket, fires it to the right, down the right sideline, and caught at the 20-15, 10-5, touchdown.
That was the one on the Tom Brady documentary that they were saying, I think the play before that they had just missed. And they went right back to it and hit him downfield.
Patriots, Tom Brady to Randy Moss, and they each have set NFL records on the go-ahead touchdown. 65-yard bomb for Randy Moss, touchdown reception number 23, an NFL record.
We talk about that player that you have to account for on every down. Moss is one of those guys. And the threat that he has on any given play, he's a true difference maker.
You're not going to get to the quarterback. Back to Brady. Brady looking for Moss. Touchdown, Patriots. And Brady with a beautiful strike to Moss for the touchdown.
Those are AFL
goes to the end zone. To Moss. He's there. Touchdown. Brady with time. Throwing far side of the field. Oh, what a catch made down there by Randy Moss. And
see, a lot of wideouts now, it seems like they put that one hand out there just for the hell of it, instead of having to actually make the adjustment to do it. You can see a lot of Randy's catches. He's actually trying to get the one hand because it's the only hand he has available, or the best angle to try to make that catch. A lot of days now, especially in college, it seems like a lot of these guys are just putting their hand out there just to try to get the one-handed catch, not out of necessity.
Brady buying time, sends it deep down the field, and it is Moss making the catch and going into the end zone. Antoine Bethea is right there, but Moss makes it look so easy. Brady goes for the big ball to Moss. He reels it in with one hand right over Revis. Beat him this time.
Wednesday morning, the Patriots traded away Randy Moss to, of all teams, the Minnesota Vikings.
You know, Randy was really...
Yeah, this is obviously kind of beginning the end. I know it was later in his career as well, but I think he bounced around. Obviously, they're going to show up, but I think he went to Tennessee. I want to say Miami, and then I think he went back to Minnesota, but it was kind of over at that point. Who knows if he would have stayed over there in New England, though. I think he might have had 1 good year left in him, but obviously it didn't work out that way.
Pleasure to coach. I enjoyed having him on our team. We made a lot of contributions to this football team. In the end, it was a difficult decision, but one that I feel is in the best interest of the football team.
We're losing the NFL and all of the fans in the NFL a very unique talent. Randy was a true burner and a true wide receiver, a unique talent this league had never seen before.
The Randy Moss magical comeback tour continued Monday with a stop in Santa Clara and a 15-minute workout with Captain Comeback himself.
There's been no player that has been more discussed this week in Wisconsin than Randy Moss.
Yeah, he has had 1 or 2 good games in this stadium, and it'd be great to see him have one here today.
Feels good to be back. Delaney Walker slides right to left. Alex Smith has Frank Gore on his right. Smith takes the snap, looking middle, throws it middle, caught! Touchdown, 49ers! Randy Moss. Arizona rushes 5. Alex being pressured, steps up, throws out the far side. Moss has it. Moss cuts inside. Still on his feet down the far side. Moss may go. Touchdown. What a move. Randy Moss runs through the Arizona secondary for a 49er touchdown. Kaepernick takes the snap, standing and throwing a deep ball for Moss. Down the near side, got it. Touchdown 49ers. Perfect throw. Kaepernick to Moss, who scores back in New England. Randy Moss with that catch, 25-yard touchdown, has moved past Isaac Bruce into 3rd place in the history of the league in receiving yards. He's gone over 15,200.
Every field or court he's ever stepped on to play whatever game he's wanted to play, he's been the best athlete. That's his perspective. He doesn't know any other perspective. He doesn't know it any other way.
I wanted to go and see what Randy Moss was going to do. He was that special. First ballot Hall of Famer without a doubt. Anybody that disagrees, you need to get your head checked.
All right, so there it is, Randy Moss, career highlights. Really makes you want to go back and watch some of the old Calvin Johnson stuff now. I think I'm going to. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you.